CCS Finals Day 2 is underway. We have our first match over. Sadly, NVS didn't go through, but we have happy to get a good picture on how you play at this tournament, what went wrong, basically. Let's start out with a NIP match first, because you played it yesterday and in the upper bracket. You went down 2-1, but in the beginning it really seemed like you once again had their numbers. It looked like you had an idea on how they play, because you were up 1-0, and even on Dust2 it looked like you were going to win, but in the end they took it to overtime, quadruple overtime. They got the game. So what do you think went wrong on Dust2 and then on Mirage?
We got a pretty nice win on cash, and yeah, I think the match has been decided on Dust2. Like, we knew it was like one of their best map, but it's still one of our best map as well. So like, when you got so many overtimes, at the end it's like not even like real CS, you know, like you need to adapt and adapt again, and in the end it's like who was like the better shooter, and they were. So like, it was really tiring game, and like I can't even remember like the last map on Mirage. We got like, from what I remember, it was like really just NIP stomping us on Mirage, and like we didn't even like get a good chance to win the match. And yeah, the match has been decided on Dust2, I think.
So yeah, you already touched on this, but you had a quadruple overtime on Dust2, and you said it was kind of hard to adapt throughout the match. Obviously, 4 overtimes and MR5 isn't the way to go, really, if you want to have a great match with strategies and stuff. So what keeps going through your mind, basically, throughout the last rounds of overtime, or throughout the whole overtime, basically? What did you think about the NIP's play style? What did you think you had to do in order to beat them?
Like, we made some adjustments just before the LAN, so we are not like really at our peak, because like we switch position and stuff, so we still need to adapt at ourselves first. And like for the match against NIP, it was like, at the end, as I said, it was like not even adaptation, it was like playing standard, and like whoever gets the shots wins the round, basically. And we lost, I think we lost maybe a few situations where we were at an advantage, but in the end, like, we just didn't play our best game, and they played better.
So today you met Fnatic, pretty much surprisingly, even though at this tournament it's more or less even. At least that's what everyone says. The level of the teams is pretty much even, especially after your and Fnatic's form in the recent months, or even the recent few weeks, basically was in a slump a little bit. So what do you account to that slump? Do you think it's a little bit because of the update that you and Fnatic got affected by this?
It's true, we are both in a slump. That's right. I'm not really sure if it's like because of the CZ or like the guns, the updates. I know that smokes are like, the smoke nerf really like touched me in my personal game, but I think it's just whatever. And if we are in a slump, it's because maybe we don't play that well, and maybe we need to fix things in our team. But I don't think the update has anything to do with us or Fnatic.
So did people figure out Shox' lurk routines on Mirage? Because he seemed to have a really bad game on Mirage on the first map against Fnatic, and a lot of it was because he kept pushing from pit, and he was getting killed out almost every single time. Only like a few times he got a kill there. So do you think people have figured out how Shox plays right now?
I don't think so. Like, on Mirage we have like a really singular playstyle, so like no one can really, even ourselves, can figure really things out. So like, I think it comes down to bad execution, and maybe he had a bad game, but overall the team played bad, so it's not like just one player's fault. So like, no, nothing to worry about.
So why didn't you said you were kind of lost in Mirage yourselves, so why did you pick why didn't you pick Inferno against NIP earlier then? Because they banned it as a second map. That was our second ban, so why didn't you pick it so that you would basically get rid of Mirage?
Actually, we picked Cache because like I think it's our best map right now. So like if they pick Inferno, it's okay. We can let it go or just pick it. So like actually against Nip we have a really good matchup on Mirage. I think the Dust2 game really affected us, as I said, and that's why like we could have played any maps. We would have been like really tired, and we just didn't pick ourselves up. And yeah, like it's sad, but I think we still need to learn a lot of things within the team.
So why do you think the level of the 4 teams that are here is so even right now? Why do you think? Because basically the underdogs beat both the favorites, Fnatic and yourselves. Why do you think that is?
I think we are maybe too much used to see the same teams. So in the end, like it's like the Nip era, right? Like everyone figured out how they played and how to counter it. Now we play every time like Navi, Nip, Fnatic, and like we play so much against each other. Like it's not even like anti-strat or like it's all anti-strat, or like we know so much about them and they know so much about us. It's like we are used to. So like I don't know. Like maybe that's why we are so even in terms of competition and level.
So what do you think can be done about this? Why do you think? Do you think having less tournaments in a row could help this? Do you think teams will have like more time to adapt, more time to figure out new stuff? What do you think can be done to make this better?
Like I don't consider it a problem. Like just like the better team wins in the end, right? So like just let it go for like 1 tournament, 2 tournaments, and like yeah, pick yourselves up and come back stronger.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Do you have any last words, shout-outs?
Thanks to NVS, thanks to Monster Gaming, Astro, and all of our sponsors, and thanks HLTV for the interview.
Thank you. That was CCS Finals Day 2 interview with Happy. Stay tuned to HLTV.org for more interviews like these.